What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? It is A and B Combos Wrestling Edition. Now, this one right here has an inkling about what was going down on Monday Night Raw, but she doesn't know the entire story. She didn't even see the opening to this, so she has no idea what's going on. But
I know two of the players involved.
Before we get into that, let's get into this. As always, giving shouts to the people all up in the chat. Who do we have in here? Jaden, first and foremost, number one. What's going on, Jaden? It's good to see you.
Thanks for coming.
We got King Swag up in here. Oh, man. We got a member, Isabella. How are you, Isabella?
Welcome.
Shayla
in the house.
She'll be back. All right, she'll be back. She popped in. She popped out. Mary, how are you? It's so good to see you in here. David Tate Jr.
Yes, David always in the house.
Ruby E. Girl, how are you?
Ruby?
I love this. Physics Wrestling. Love the name.
Yes.
Love the name.
Very nice.
We got, who else do we have here? Carmen Banks. Oh, man. Wow. That's a fitting name for the situation that has gone on here. 2 Pro 4U Games, Sophie Dophie, Isaiah Pierce, Noah Jackson. I love it. What up, Jody? Woo!
In the house.
And again, thank you, Jody, for that Smackdown opening. Roll the intro.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Jody. Thank you.
You always make us smile, man.
I think I said Jaden Winchester. I think I said that. Christian Thomas, Antoine Phillips, MTM.
Okay.
Alexis Turner, Jessica Nelson, Tyshawn Mullins.
Okay.
Hey, Marian. I love it. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this because she doesn't even know what's going on. All right, so as you know, we haven't watched any of Monday Night Raw. So we have no idea what happened on the show. What we do know, breaking news, because of what happened, what was going to happen, what was going to be the main event of Monday Night Raw, 6-pack challenge.
A what?
A 6-pack six-pack challenge.
Okay.
Basically, Sasha Banks wasn't really feeling that. Felt a little disrespected as tag team champions. Turned out it looked like Naomi was most likely, all the details went out. Naomi was probably going to get the win. Possibility of actually pinning Sasha to get, didn't like it. They basically dropped their tag team titles in Laura Nidus's desk, walked out of Monday Night Raw. The main event of Monday Night Raw changed on the fly because your women's tag team champions weren't having it, took their bag, took their ball, and went home.
So wait a minute. It doesn't sound like Naomi wasn't having it. If Naomi was picking up the win, Sasha wasn't having it.
It's all about the team. Okay.
Are you saying that they surrendered their belts in solidarity?
All I'm saying is they dropped the championship belts.
Okay, but what I need to understand,
together they left.
So they did it together in unison as a protest.
There we go. We got Dave Prescott. How are you? According to Sean Ross, yeah, I mean, okay, have been released, but delete. Yeah, see, there was no. We're gonna get to that in a second. Because there is talk and discussion about whether or not there will be consequences and repercussions
for both of them walking out.
I'm just saying, you basically told the boss, because I guess she, meaning Sasha, had a conversation with Vince. Didn't like the way that conversation was going about how this main event was going to play out, and she wasn't having it.
But I don't know why Naomi. I understand why Naomi. Okay, you could stand behind your girl. That's fine. But to do the exact same thing she's doing, first of all, they're going to fire her before they're going to fire Sasha. I would have not thought that before they let Tamina go.
No, not Tamina.
I mean, sorry, not Tamina. Nia Jax. My bad.
Unless you know something I don't know.
No. Before they let Nia Jax go, I was thinking family was safe, but Not that they would just let one of the ladies go. I don't know.
And you're right, Jody.
But Sasha has an acting career, so she could afford to walk out. Naomi doesn't have a backup.
Sasha also unfollowed everybody in WWE on social media. Just erased them. Like they erased Hulk Hogan, dude.
So did Sasha just
erase him from the history, brother?
Quit then?
No.
How do you?
This is not a quitting.
What is it? Erasing everybody from social media?
This is a protest.
It's a tantrum.
It's a protest.
It's a tantrum.
You gotta put some respect on the name.
By blocking everybody on social media?
That part may be a tantrum. But all I'm saying is you got to go ahead and make a bank statement about how you feel about how you're being treated.
Okay, so then, I don't know. I guess I don't know the full negotiations. Mine probably would have looked like I'm not doing that, write something else, and give them a chance before they walk out. But maybe they did. I guess we don't know that much of the details.
I mean, it's still an ongoing story. I see a lot of people, it's anger, hoping Vince will change. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the deal. At the end of the day, and this is something I think I touched on briefly with WWE. There are people who are legit pro wrestlers, it's not sports entertainers, legit pro wrestlers that want to wrestle. WWE is a sports entertainment company that happens to entertain by doing professional wrestling.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
I got you. You
pretty much do what they tell you to do. Whether you like it or not.
Unless you're Sasha Banks and you've been on The Mandalorian and you could take this job or leave it and you don't need it. But Naomi does not have that same luxury. I'm trying to wrap my brain around the Naomi part of it.
But here's what I'm saying. Like you said, you wouldn't think X, Y, and Z if it wasn't for the fact that Nia Jax got released. I know people say there are the unreleasable.
There really is no such thing because they released the Fiend.
You fired.
After they released the Fiend, I was like, oh.
You fired your own son.
He did.
Let me say that again. Regardless of what he did and how you felt, the man is a McMahon. I realize he sold his stock. He's not quite ensconced in the company like he once was. You are the son.
That's right.
Of the owner of the company, and he fired you. And that's an awkward family reunion, Christmas dinner situation. So to say that somebody is unreleasable, I don't believe it anymore. I don't believe it.
Oh no, I agree with you. I don't think I'm not saying that either. That's why I said once upon a time I thought that way. I don't feel that way anymore, and I don't know what Naomi was thinking.
But here's the thing, though.
Lose her job over this? Is it that
serious? Is she? Well, here's the thing. We see what's going on in AEW. Now, whether or not you feel AEW is on the level of WWE is a whole different conversation.
Right.
What we're saying is AEW has no problem employing the former wrestlers known as.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is there's really no fear of reprisal in that I'm going to lose my job and then I'm going to be stuck working at Wendy's. Like she's got, like you said, Sasha's got somewhere to go, whether it be in Hollywood or whether it be another promotion. So I think she felt like I'm going to stand my ground. I really have nothing to lose. What are you going to do? Fire me? I'll wait that. I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait that 90 days. I don't know.
Because there's another option now.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. So it seems to me for her, it's a win-win. It's kind of sad to say that Naomi isn't quite on the level of Sasha and she's going to be most likely fireable than Sasha. I don't know. But right now, we have a super chat in that house. Come on, super chat, Christian Thomas. Thank you so much, Christian Thomas.
Thank you, Christian.
And you say, remember, she walked out of WrestleMania after losing to the Iconics. She doesn't feel respected as a tag champion. She was gone for 6 months. I get it. There it is.
Yeah, but she didn't surrender her belt. Like putting your belt on the desk while you're the champion and walking out when you're in the main event is that to another level to me. Like she's taking it to another level.
Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you so much.
Showing that love.
You know, it's like on a whole another level. Just saying.
I mean, ooh, hang on. I saw Britt, Sasha, book it. Yeah, I'm all about it.
Oh, that would be bad.
All about it. I think more than I think it had to happen. I think today had to happen.
Why?
In order for these ladies to take a look. We've talked about the fact that the tag team women's championship division is booty stank. It's booty stank. And we are not happy about it. We want to see you invested in this division.
Okay.
And it's not happening.
I'm going to agree with it had to happen for a completely different reason. If I was going to agree that it had to happen because the writers and Vince all need to understand that these people should have a say in what you're doing with their character. And if Sasha really feels like they're ruining her brand, then yes, you should. You should do that if you feel like this is so bad that you're affecting the brand I have built this far, and I'm not going to let you ruin me. I'd rather be fired. I can respect that because there are plenty of people who, after they get fired, after they get released, they interview and say, I had great plans for this character. And they tell you their storyline, and it was a great storyline. And then WWE doesn't do it and ruins their character on the way out. So in that sense, you should walk out if you feel like your brand of who you are and what you're trying to build is being diminished or undervalued.
We have another super chat right here. Just because, showing some love. Kennedy Moody.
Thank you.
Kennedy. Thank you very, very much for that super chat and showing us love like that.
Appreciate it.
Are very grateful to you. Thank you very much for that. I hear you, but let me allow me to retort.
I said I agreed with you. How are you going to retort on this?
Here's the other side of it. Wow, that is rude, madam. Here's the other side of it. You don't want a reputation as being somebody difficult to work with.
Of being a spoiled brat.
Like you don't get your way, so you're gonna walk out. And let's be honest.
Hold on. Tony Khan won't be mad at nobody who walked out on Vince. Don't even
No. I'm not saying that.
He'd be like,
that's not what I'm saying.
But just in general, having a bad temperament, you mean?
No, yeah, I'm saying let's just say Sasha Banks is no longer with WWE. Let's just say she goes over to AEW, shows up, whatever her name is going to be.
Let's just say
the idea that you walked out twice on the company, that is going to follow you wherever you go. And so if you don't feel like you're going to get your way, just like with Cody Rhodes helped build AEW. They couldn't see eye to eye. My man came back to WWE.
Yeah. And we're going to be seeing that for the next couple of years back and forth.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're not somebody that they feel like you can be trusted to not walk out on the main event of a show.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like there's going to be some pause before we sign this contract. That's all I'm saying. That's the other side of it. You know what I mean? So let's think about that. I agree. I appreciate. Hey, Taco Cat. I like that.
I know, that's cute.
It's horses stink. Come on, Jody. Right? I mean, the uncomfortable. Yeah, like she worked with 9 out of all people. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not mad at either of them doing this. And honestly, on a personal note, today she asked me how my day at work went, and I didn't really want to get into it because I really was not having a good day. And there was a part of me that just wanted to walk out. I was like, you know what? I'm not having it today. I'm not feeling it today. I don't need this. So it's so interesting that this happened today because this is exactly how I felt. I felt disrespected. I didn't feel like my worth and my value was what it should be, what I know it is. And I really wanted to walk out the door. So I get it. and you got to support your tag team partner. But this, I think, more than anything, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not, should wake up Vince and the powers that be to take them seriously, to take the women's tag team championship seriously, to take the women's tag team division seriously.
Yeah.
You have a whole roster of people in the back just at catering, bench warming, who could be up in here made into stars.
Right.
Let's do something. And if I were Vince, if I were to be petty like Vince can be, at this point, the next announcement, the women's tag team championships are now vacated.
Yeah.
We will have a tournament.
Absolutely. That's the first thing I thought that he was going to do.
Yeah.
But if he does that, then Naomi and Sasha could go be front row at AEW. Not on, not breaking the contract, just front row up watching the show.
Yeah. But I know people are saying, and I see it in here as well, there's some rumors that, Roman might possibly leave. Again, can't put anything past anybody, but Roman's the guy right now.
But he's hinting to leaving a lot. And I do think Roman is going to leave, but he obviously is not going to leave before this match with The Rock at WrestleMania. He's not going to leave before that. But I think maybe after that will be his feud with Cody, and then they will give Cody the title, and then I think Roman is going to go to Hollywood. That's what I think.
You could be right. And Sophie, you're right about this, and this is the problem. They made their roster on the women's side so thin as far as the main roster is concerned.
There's only 6 women on that show.
You really don't have it, and you're just throwing women together to be a tag team.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild. And we saw who we know they watch our stuff. They'd be like, where to go? Aaliyah and Shotzi. They want more opportunity. Okay, fine. Let's make them a tag. Like we gotta get some legit tag teams going on.
Yeah.
To make this division look more legit than it is. So let's go to the.
What did Sophie Dopey say that you said she was right or he was right?
I believe. Hey, Safe Emerald Armor. Good to see you.
Hola.
Good to see. Well, let's talk about the creative for a second. Yeah, they don't have enough female tag teams to do a full-fledged tournament. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. So Safe Emerald Armor. Let's talk about the creative freedom for a second.
Who's not going to be a Hell in a Cell? Roman?
I mean, a man can't be at every, even if that's the case. Can he be at every pay-per-view? I don't know. Because let's talk about that for a second. The man has essentially, like he said on Smackdown, I beat them all. Nobody wants to come and face me. I racked them. I stacked them like a stack of pancakes. That's what I'm saying. Who else is in line? McIntyre?
I think 2 things are going on here. I think Roman started to get bored. Right? They have to bring in outsiders to give them a good run or whatever. And there's nobody outside of Cody who's about to give us a good storyline. So I don't know when they're going to introduce the Rock storyline. And I don't know who they would have him face at Hell in a Cell. I don't know why they didn't try to make something come from him and Drew, and actually try to make that into a battle. But I don't know. I really do. I have a feeling he's going to be gone this time next year.
I mean, if they're, I'm fine.
That makes sense, Sophie Dopey, if they're saving his fight with Drew to the United Kingdom pay-per-view.
I can appreciate any wrestler, and this is nothing new. This goes back some years, wanting to do stuff in Hollywood.
Right.
I get it. But
you get it?
But the difference, I think, today more so than yesteryear is one, you were always looked at as a wrestler. You were never really looked at as, you know what I mean?
You weren't a serious actor.
The Rock.
Any more than an actor is taken seriously when it comes to do wrestling.
Was really the first one to be taken as a real legit actor.
And then Batista broke that barrier as well.
So I'm fine with these people wanting to moonlight.
Yeah.
But my thing is this.
But John Cena's broken the barrier too now, so that barrier is down.
But when you're a brand of wrestling, when you step in the squared circle, I don't want you thinking about don't ruin the face, I got to shoot in the morning. Like, you're a wrestler. I need you to wrestle. You know what I mean? And I just, it's weird that you're just building up the bloodline like it is, to the point now you've got two straps. Well, like you said, what else is there? Who was going to challenge the man?
Like he said on the last one, there's no one. And I think that's why he was saying, he did say recently at a house show that he's going to be doing less shows. He did say that.
Yeah. I mean, he could lose it to Drew, but
he's not losing.
Do we want to see? I mean, but what are we talking about here?
Are you going to let him keep it all the way to when he fights The Rock?
Because we have a tag team unification match, and here's the other thing: getting back to the tag team, men and women, you have this unification thing going on for a minute, and now this is going to take place next week. You show how you can, in fact, be invested in the men's tag team division, but here we go with the women. Still with one set of titles that they got to defend between both brands, and you're being treated like boo-boo stank. Well, how else? Why are we still talking in 2022? And I don't want to say it this way, but I'm going to say it this way about the inequality of the men's and women's division.
Right.
Stephanie herself said you're no longer divas. You're on par with the men. Everybody's superstars.
Yeah.
She said it. We didn't say it. But yet in 2022, the tag team champions have to walk out of Monday Night Raw to make a statement of not being disrespected by the company that you work for. Why are we talking about this? I think this is the bigger picture here, is that the women are not on par with the men. They may get a little bit of time. They may get some championship titles. They may get some airtime.
They may get a 90-second match on their re-debut, like Alexa Bliss.
The women usually get more airtime on NXT than they do on the main rosters.
Yes, for sure. They get more time on NXT than Raw and SmackDown put together.
You know what I mean? So I think it's sad in that we and so many people don't really feel invested in the women's division because of how the women's division has been treated. Like, we see the potential there, but apparently the people that employ him don't.
Right.
And that sucks. That sucks. So I'm really curious to see what's supposed to happen after this. Like I said, is there going to be any consequences or repercussions for these two women? I don't know. Don't even have their own Titantron or theme.
Yeah. I noticed that too. I really thought that it was going to be something that combined them together. And
how hard is that?
Mm-hmm.
How hard is that? No, you're wasting time naming everybody that nobody asked you to do, or renaming people nobody asked you to do. These are your tag team champions, and you can't even do a Titantron.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I see that Shayla is back. Hey, Shayla.
What's up, Shayla?
Saying it's all Vince's vision. And the thing is that I'm hoping that what Vince is realizing tonight is that you don't have the right to destroy someone else's reputation, to destroy someone else's brand. She may be a wrestler under your employee. Both of them are wrestlers under your they're your employees. Well, contract with you or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you have a right to destroy what they've built. And if in fact just like when they started disagreeing with the Fiend and didn't had creative differences, they actually set him up to fail.
Yeah.
They actually ruined what he was building and what they were all building just to show it to him and to screw us and what we wanted. Who cares about the audience? And if Sasha had to walk out to show you that you don't have a right to destroy her or Naomi or to destroy their brand, and once again, you didn't care what we would have wanted, guess what? We wouldn't have wanted to see that either. Why do we want to see Naomi pin Sasha?
Right. When
they're both the champions? That's dumb. That's disrespecting one of the champions. It don't even make any sense. So at the end of the day, I don't know what it's going to take for him to learn that other people have a voice. It's not just his voice.
Oh, now interesting. Isabella You say, did we notice that when they do come out, it's always Sasha's music and not really Naomi's?
I did notice that. Yeah.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, and say Emerald Armor also, why don't you have them have their creative freedom? Dwayne Johnson said himself, part of the reason the Attitude Era was so successful because everything wasn't as scripted
Right.
as it is today.
Yeah.
That you had that creative freedom to go out here and just, this is make a show. This is give them what they haven't seen. And because of that, it helped put WCW out of business. Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
And now you decide to tighten the screws. I'm going to control every aspect of this, down to your Twitch, no Twitch.
Which is in AEW is the opposite. AEW is like, you guys figure out your storyline, figure out what you want to do, rehearse a little before you go out. Yeah, but they're all doing a storyline of that represents them and who they see their character, and so they're fully invested.
We got another super chat up in here with Christian Thomas. Woo! Thank you, Christian Thomas. And you say, John L. People power. Does not care about women's wrestling. He wants divas. That's why Ember Moon said what she said in her interview. Vince think nothing is wrong. Hashtag facts. Facts. And there is the problem at this point. Aside from just saying, I got to the WWE, I think for up-and-comings, especially up-and-comers, I would personally have cause for pause. Am I going to go into the machine and just be, because that's basically what this is. You're going to go into the machine, you're going to be grinded up, you're going to be spit out. Maybe you'll be a hot dog, maybe you'll be a sausage. You're going into this WWE machine, and it's what Vince says, what Vince wants, and you could be fired at the drop of a hat, and you have nothing to show for it. Then you just sit at home for 90 days.
It's going to be really interesting to see what WWE looks like when it's no longer owned by Vince. It'll be very interesting.
I think we're all waiting for that day, because we respect Vince for helping the industry become what it is today. For right or wrong, better or for worse, if it wasn't for Vincent Kennedy McMahon's vision and worldwide global phenomena that it became, wrestling wouldn't be what it is.
Right.
So we acknowledge that. But you got to change with the times, brah.
Yeah. And it doesn't just give you a green light to just go ahead and do whatever you want. Think you're the only one that's allowed to dominate wrestling, and think that you're the only one who knows what's good and bad in wrestling. Like you are not the wrestling god. You know what I mean? There are others out there who love wrestling, who appreciate wrestling, and most of us want there to be other shows available. We don't only want to have to watch WWE. So, you know what I mean? Like it's just frustrating.
But Shayla also says I'm bored with WWE, and I think a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like, as I said, I think Roman is bored and he's the champion.
But I'm going to tell you where I think the problem lies. And let me know in the comment, and please let me know how you feel about this. Because we've talked about this a couple of different times, where one of the things, we know what pro wrestling is. We know what pro wrestling is not. We know it's not UFC. We know this. I don't care. We don't care. We just want to turn on the TV and see a good show.
Right.
We want to go to a live event and see a good show. Right? We want to be entertained. When we go to Vegas, which we will be doing for the pay-per-view at Allegiant Stadium, we may or may not see a magic show. I've always wanted to do it. Haven't done it yet. We don't want to go to a magic show to see the strings attached to it. I don't want the magician to come out at the end, tell us how he did the show.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
Right.
I just want to be wowed by what we saw. And WWE broke their own rule in regards to that. And then you have former wrestlers who always want to talk about thank you for the honor of allowing me to pin you. And I got this. It takes us out of the point is, if we're supposed to honestly believe that you guys do not like each other, that you have real animosity with one another, you're telling us this story to get us to buy this. I want to make sure that you stay in that character. Of Undertaker staying in character for 30 years.
Babe, that was such a different time. It's not really fair.
I'm saying there's a fine line. There's a fine line that you've got to try to find is what I'm basically getting at. You don't have to be all the way, it's totally real.
Yeah, I got you.
But not all the way,
Yeah, I got you.
That's all I'm saying. And I think we got somewhere. Kayun, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. Kim. So standing like Sasha. Yeah. Roman. Okay, so if Roman extended his contract, fantastic. Fantastic. We want fun. Alexa changed her theme. Yeah, we noticed that too.
Yeah, we did.
But we're not quite sure what they're going.
We don't know why she has the doll. We don't know what's happening with it. It doesn't make sense. If she's not possessed and the doll got tore up, why come back with the doll? That was weird.
Was she, again, we haven't seen Raw yet. Let us know, was Alexa Bliss on Raw tonight? Well, did she wrestle tonight?
I saw somebody say that they said Raw was pre-taped, so I don't know if they had her on there. Yeah, you can tell us that. But that 90-second match last week was stupid.
See, he wants... You know what? You make a very interesting point, Mr. Thorne 90. Bubba Ray Dudley, he's a little controversial himself.
Yeah.
It would be nice to some degree. There's something to be said for kayfabe. There really is in pro wrestling. Because again, what's the point of doing all this if you're just going to phone it in or fake it, or I'm going to hit you like this? I'm a mile away from her face, and you don't have the training to compensate correctly.
Right. And instead you're going to act like she hit you even though she's nowhere near you. So you just take all of us out of the moment. Or you could act like she missed and use it to your advantage because we all saw that she missed. So yeah, there's just a lack of training there too. And then they have Natalya training people when half the time she don't get that point right.
We know she can do it. That's why we go in on her.
They said Alexa was on there and fought Sonya again. Was it longer than 90 seconds this time?
Alexa Bliss won on Raw tonight. Okay, good to know. So she once again just faced Sonya Deville. Okay.
Hornswoggle ends Roman Reigns. Whatever.
I believe it. Look, if you can put the strap on Nikki ASH, anything is possible.
True story.
Believe
Not even arguing
in yourself. Did I do the right accent? I could have been wrong on that.
Please don't try anymore.
So I think at the end of the day, it was longer. She won. Okay. See, it was better. So we got to watch it.
Timothy Little said, hey, and wait. He said, did you hear that Corey Graves said Sasha Banks is unprofessional? Okay, well, I personally have my own opinions on Corey Graves, and I'll just say that he often has opinions on people of color. That's all I'm going to say. So his comments mean nothing to me.
Yeah, that's actually facts. We do kind of take exception to Corey Graves. We think he does have some biases. Yeah, I mean, some of the biggest moments in history, as we have seen, especially during the last few years with the pandemic, is that sometimes change happens when you stand up for what you believe in.
It's like a 187er said you're going to beat Roman for the title.
I believe it. Okay, but the thing is, he don't want the smoke. All right, I've been in the I've been in the gym clanging and banging, dude.
Wait,
right?
Who said that? We could get rid of Nikki Ash? Go back. Who said that? Who said that? Who said?
Why would you want to?
Who said? Where was it? And can we get rid Nikki Ash superhero gimmick, please? Well, can we just get rid of her altogether? But yeah, the gimmick you could get rid of the gimmick.
Yeah, I mean she doesn't like Nikki ASH period. Or Nikki Cross. She doesn't. No matter what Nikki calls herself, she ain't feeling it. Just randomly play the stream for me. Whatever. I'm just gonna sub. All right, Wolf Mode. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, and thank you to YouTube for randomly playing the stream.
Shout out to YouTube. Actually, yes, we do need Bailey back. We need Bailey back.
She's gonna come back pretty soon. I read that the knee's pretty much healed, but like we saw and Roman acknowledged, Jimmy was out for over a year.
Yeah, that's true. What
So
if
it takes a minute.
What if Vince and John Laurinaitis decide that they're going to show them, and they will have an open shot match, but they will enter the Bellas?
The Bellas said they got another run.
They sure did. They said they had
They
another
said they
run.
got another run.
John Laurinaitis is their stepfather. If he's in a pinch and he wants to bring him in, Vince, I don't know. What if they did that?
But here's how I feel about that. We're going back to the well of yesteryear.
Because that was a different time before they ruined wrestling.
Yeah, but I'm saying that to say that there was somebody else that also just came back who said, I got another run. Miss Lita.
She didn't have another run. She just said that.
All I'm saying is don't say it if you don't mean it.
They have all of them saying it. Have you noticed that? Because what's his name said it too. You know, hit yourself in the head and knock yourself out.
Oh, Goldberg.
Old bird.
Old back?
I was thinking of Ryback and
Goldberg. Old back? Yeah.
Anyway, when Goldberg was there, he said the same thing. I have another run in me. So I actually think they have people say that when they come back, so people will have this false illusion that they're going to stay around for a while when you know they just brought him back for a one-timer.
Interesting, Isabella, wondering if Alexa's going to be winning Money in the Bank. I think she needs to.
She does need to.
I think we definitely old back. Okay, old back. That's actually really funny. They are waiting for Bella to return, probably Hell in a Cell, set her up with a feud, Ronda. I wouldn't mind seeing her go against Ronda. I would kind of dig that. I still want Raquel to get a little just desserts on Ronda. I want him to run that match back because she's better than that. She's stronger than that. But yeah, I would not mind. Bayley is great. Bayley is actually really, really good.
And we got to give Bayley props because Bayley wasn't always that good to us. She was all right. But bad Bayley, chairwoman Bayley, oh man.
Short hair, non-hugger Bayley, absolutely. And Carmelina, you are the best. And we thank you for that.
You are the best.
All right, we really appreciate that. No, I'm gonna tell you, I know you guys didn't watch earlier, but Alexa got another new theme. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, another one tonight. Okay.
All right. I mean, fine. So be it. I don't know. I want to see consistency across the board. I want to see better performances across the board, and I want to see these women get respected.
Delano, I agree with you. They shouldn't need to bring women back. Absolutely, they shouldn't need to, but they cannot figure out how to. Actually, I don't even want to say what to do with the women that they have. The women that they had were successful where they were, and then decided to wipe them clean and couldn't figure out how to start over. There was no reason to start over. If they would have just left Shotzi alone, left the tank, oh my gosh, the tank, and all of it, and you're right, they could have put her and Aaliyah together. I mean, her and Ember could have totally had a nice run on it. They just messed everything up.
Tegan Knox had both knees replaced. Knee surgery on both knees. She still came back, and it wasn't good enough for that company. You're still fired. She scratched and clawed her way back to the top, and you still get the can. It doesn't make any sense. You were fine on NXT. Leave it alone. But again, they wanted to change NXTs. I saw somebody said Fruity Pebbles. They Fruity Pebbled NXT.
Yeah, I think
there's some okay stuff in there, 2.0.
Yeah.
But there was no reason to mess with it.
Right. And that's what they keep doing. They something is good. So they're like, okay, well, we'll bring them up. Let's take the good part away. I mean, what they did was Scarlett. I mean, it didn't even make any sense to me.
I'm sorry, Scarlett. That name sounds familiar. Who was that? Who? Yeah. Karrion Kross.
I mean, I cannot believe they ruined him.
Destroyed
where he was in NXT with Scarlett by his side, and then you bring him up, and you within like 2 or 3 weeks ruin him. How do you even manage that?
That's what I'm saying. You build them up, literally, to tear them down, and it probably does have something to do with Vince and how he feels about NXT. We have another super chat in the house. What's going on there? Super chat.
You.
If I'm pronouncing this right, I hope I am. To Mel Donta, thank you so much for that super chat.
Thank you.
They had Naomi lined up to join. Ooh, THB. Then the Bloodline. She pinned Charlotte 2 months ago and never got her title match. They only like Naomi for yeah. For
what?
For those spots.
Mm.
Yeah, you
I mean,
you spoke facts right there.
Yeah.
You spoke facts.
Mm-hmm.
We said it many a time. That glow SmackDown Women's Championship belt was fire.
It was. The fact that you can't even buy it in the store doesn't even make any sense either.
And I thought for sure they're going to glow out these belts. Didn't happen. That's cool.
Yeah.
But if you clearly see something in her to make her a champion, I don't know why you're treated again like boo-boo stank. And as far as factions against factions, Bloodline versus the Judgment Day or whatever the case may be, we've seen it. I've said it. Every faction needs at least, at minimum, one strong female.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be Nia Jax, gone. Tamina, why not? Naomi, bring it.
I personally think it should have been Tamina the whole time. The whole time. Tamina has been the heavy many a times for many a people. There was no reason you wouldn't have brought her in. It just doesn't make sense. She used to be with them when they all came in. They came in together. Why wouldn't you put her back with them? Have her over here playing around with the 24/7 title and getting married? Like,
waste of time. Corny, entertaining, kind of funny,
that's
and
fine.
any
That's
segment
fine.
R-Truth is hilarious.
But she deserved a minute in the Bloodline. She deserved that.
Hashtagged her, give Tamina a chance. She was in the WWE for a decade. And the first championship she gets is a co-held tag team championship. This is how good as it gets for her. Even Natalya was a female champion.
Right.
I don't get it. This is a daughter of a legend.
Legends.
Okay,
Part
the man
the
made the cage match. Snuka made the cage match what it is.
Right. So
and you're treating the daughter like this?
Right. And you don't want to put a title on her, and now the female relative, the Bloodline has the female gold, and the Bloodline has all the gold. They can't think of that. Are you kidding me?
It's insane. We got a huge super chat over here with Xavier. Oh man, you're gonna get that.
I'm gonna get 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo!
Speaking of, Ric Flair apparently is gonna be getting back into the ring one last time. He's been practicing, possibly, allegedly, maybe against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Are you joking?
Am I joking, people? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Are they filming a Ben Gay commercial? I don't understand.
Keep in mind, they put Mae Young through a table. This woman was wrestling well into her 70s
Ric Flair
and 80s.
keeps having like emergency trips to the hospital. When you look at him, he looks like you want to be careful.
Hey,
not
man.
Like you want to.
Don't disrespect the nature boy. Having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! Woo! Back to the super chat. They need to take the strap. Cover your ears. They need to take the strap off Roman, give it to Cody, someone fresh and deserving. We appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much. You made her cry on the inside. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree with you.
Wait, what?
I agree with him, but not today. Not this day.
Wow.
I did say that is what's going to happen.
Wow.
After he faces The Rock at WrestleMania.
Wow.
I do not believe that will happen before then. But I did say that I believe he's going to hold the title. I guess they're just going to give him whoever to fight until WrestleMania. Him and The Rock are going to build that up and have that feud. And after that, I believe he will have a run with Cody. And I do think Cody will take it and that Cody will be their main guy.
There's no way he didn't come back not to get a strap.
For sure.
This is going to happen. But what is going to happen are we legitimately going to keep these 2 straps as 2 straps? Are we not going to separate these anymore? Are we going to have one actual belt
How?
to represent the two? I want to
Why
know.
would you? You would only carry both of them around if you're not sure you're going to actually unify them into one title. And if you weren't, how would that look? I want to challenge you for one of those belts. That's weird. Then you already know that they're going to break. It is weird.
Then why have two? Why have the two?
I don't know why they
Make it into the
combined
one. If next week they're really going to do this unification tag team championship match, and if it's really going to be a winner, like not a disqualification, no craziness, somebody's going to win. Are you seriously telling me now that whoever's going to win is going to carry around two tag team champions? This looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. We missed the Iconics as well. We know they actually retired. I don't know if you saw that.
They did?
Yeah. So
why?
They I guess they want to pursue other ventures. So they retired. I think they retired as champions, unless they were defeated. I don't remember as knockout champions. But yeah, apparently they are stepping away from the square circle. And that's how I feel. But that's also how I feel about it. Like I know that Sasha and everybody else, like they have these other aspirations, which is fine. But they usually almost always come back to pro wrestling because it's in your blood. And this is one of the things that as much as I love AJ Lee, she showed respect. If you go back and watch her old matches, when you watch anybody in the ring that wiped their feet before stepping through the ropes, that's a different level of respect for the squared circle that you don't see. That's somebody who really studied the game. She did that. She studied the game. You don't go through the whole pro wrestling rigmarole just to be like, well, I reached the highest level I can and I'm out. AJ Lee has some other stuff going on, mental health issues.
I think that's
that she was dealing with.
Thing.
Totally understandable. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to come back if you don't want to. Right. But you do it because you love the business. I really genuinely think Sasha Banks loves being a pro wrestler, even with other aspirations. I don't really see her walking away from the business right now. And as far as Naomi goes, she's talented as far as entertaining goes.
I don't know, man.
But she doesn't have those aspirations, those Hollywood callings.
You have no idea if Mandalorian, the next season of Mandalorian has hit her up and needs her, and she's like, you know what?
I'm saying I'm sure they have.
MSB, I actually agree with you. I didn't think Tegan Knox had any kind of charisma or character that if she was there or not there, I only knew because he pointed it out.
Then why call her up? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know why they called her up, but I'm just saying, like, I agree with him as far as she didn't have any.
But she was fine, and she had a whole thing going with Dakota Kai. And it was good. They were evenly matched. Just leave it alone. Leave well enough alone. Develop them as they are there. But why build these people up to a point that you now are like, we're going to bring it to the main roster?
Well, they let
and we don't know what you're going to do.
Too. They didn't even bother trying with her.
And that's a shame. But the writing was on the wall for her.
Yeah, it was.
And it's sad, man, because we know they're going to be fine. It's good to see them other promotions, but they're not going to be like they were. Bryan Danielson is not Daniel Bryan. Right. He's not doing his yes thing in AEW. We really dug that character. Not to say we don't dig him here, but it's not exactly the same.
What I think that they could do at AEW that might be a big deal? I would say that when Shayna Baszler's contract is up, that if her and Dakota go over to AEW together, and if they come out together as the first gay couple in the ring, and Dakota is her valet, however you say it.
Valet.
That would be different.
Yeah.
That would be something that hasn't been done before.
Fine with that. Utilize. They embrace that in AEW.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I could see them breaking that barrier.
They at least have their AEW Dark on YouTube. So it technically happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, he bought a whole new promotion.
Right.
To help his talent. WWE All they care about is their bottom line,
All they
the
care about is getting rid of people left and right.
But yet, because we're old school WWE people, we're still invested. But it's going with the story. Like we just finished watch the Marvel What If, and tomorrow we're gonna go see Doctor Strange. We're invested in the story. We were just at a thing over the weekend where we were talking with somebody about the storytelling and how we felt about this or how we didn't feel that this worked, because it's all about that. And that's what this is, this storytelling.
Well, you mean because you read the comic books and you were comparing the movies to the comics and being faithful to the story and to the characters that have been built up? Because I think that it's the same thing. It's the same concept in that sense, where you, in NXT, you have built the backdrop and the story for this character. So when you bring them to the main roster, they are not new to us because we've invested in who you told us they were.
Mm-hmm.
And then you change their name and take their story away, and now they're a stranger. And you want us to be automatically invested. It's like the whole, you know what I mean? It doesn't, I don't know.
I like this. We got a, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
That's fantastic. So we are going to watch Monday Night Raw. We're going to give our opinions. Like we said in our channel update and at the end of our Smackdown reactions, we are all in on A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. We've had some setbacks the last month due to various issues. And for that, we are sorry.
We are sorry.
We appreciate everybody for sticking with us, for commenting, showing up here, and always talking with us about what's going on.
Shayla, I'm going to check out MLW so that next time we talk, I'll be able to say what I think of it.
Oh, for sure.
Because we haven't had a chance. Well, I haven't had a chance, so I'm going to speak to him. I'm having enough time trying to keep up with WWE, NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor.
Well, Isabella makes another good point. Jade Cargill and the Baddies. Here's another situation where they had a whole thing with Red Velvet, and now they're all on the same team. She's a champion. She's strong. Just invest, man.
Yeah.
Just invest.
Yeah.
We promise you, we have been through WWE through the worst of times. Yeah. And we are still here. You are still here. Mm-hmm. So to those who are watching in WWE, because we know you're out there, we see you, just invest in better storytelling, better creative, like Safe Emerald Armor said, in your women's division. Treat them with respect. Put some respect on their name.
Put some respect on it.
That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. Ric Flair should just quit. He will never quit. I promise you, my man will go to the grave with his wrestling boots on.
Heck yeah. With his
He's about to blow up. And also thank y'all for showing some love to Bone Crusher. She's feeling a lot better. Not 100%, but she's feeling a lot better. So y'all want Roman to hold the title for another year?
Well, first of all, I will let Roman hold the title forever, because have you seen his face?
I don't like the way.
What I'm saying is, if they were to take it from him, first of all, I don't know who they would give it to, but he would have to win it back again in order to face WrestleMania. I mean, I guess he doesn't need to be a champion to face Rock. They could just face each other.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't need the belt.
Yeah,
that's true. That doesn't
really
need to be a championship match, because no one thinks Rock is coming back.
But let's close with that, right? And we talked about that a little bit before too. I want to see this, if this actually is going to happen. No official announcement has been made, but we pretty much know what's going to go down. I want to see this be the same thing like it did with Cena. It doesn't make any sense to me, because they haven't had, as far as The Rock goes, there's been no buildup other than us talking about it. Like none. Rock mentioned it kind of on his show. Roman mentioned, but I'm saying legitimate buildup.
I was gonna say,
like in the arena of WWE.
No, in our WWE universe, no, but both of them have talked of it outside.
No build. That's like a dark match. It doesn't even matter.
Nah, man.
I'm talking about in WWE. There needs to be, and I said this to just Alex of Alex's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us.
This small commercial was brought to you by
that. Imagine Because The Rock, they did his debut at Survivor Series, right? They did a celebration. They happy birthday, Rock. Imagine at minimal a video package of The Rock on the Titantron, thanking the WWE Universe, thanking Vince McMahon, and most importantly, Uso, Roman. I'll see you soon. And video package. Would that be so hard? We would have lost our minds.
Makes you think they're not gonna? How long do you think this buildup can happen?
I'm saying the one thing that I'd never liked with The Undertaker when he was just coming back for WrestleMania. He would pop in 2 weeks beforehand to build something up.
But WrestleMania is not until April.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is
that around November, December, and have plenty of time.
Little gems here and there.
Which is what I think they're doing outside.
No, I'm saying it's got to happen inside.
I know what you're saying.
It's got to happen. It's a dark match outside. Got to happen inside. Just think
that's
if that happened, that would have been great.
Problem. The fact that The Rock and Roman are already putting stuff out there shows you that they know how to do it better than Vince.
And they're creative. Goes with creative. That's it. Just one belt. I mean, why not? No, he's not going to be the new Brock Lesnar. Shayla.
Who said he was going to be the new Brock Lesnar?
No, he was going to be the new Brock Lesnar. I don't know.
Who's going to be the new Brock Lesnar? Go back up.
Who's going to be the new Brock Lesnar? I don't know. I can't.
Oh.
Bring back the glow belt. Absolutely, Jody. You
For
hit it.
Real.
You hit it, brother. An 80-year-old man. I don't think Ric Flair is quite 80 yet. I think he's 78.
That is 80. And was she talking about Ric Flair is going to be the new Brock Lesnar? Because that would be funny.
Yeah. Well, okay. They left, retired. I don't, They stepped away. Let's just see when they decide to come back. AJ Lee's an icon. Yes, she is. And always will be. That's why she's on our set. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to try to score an interview with her. But we will talk about that. You would book Roman's future opponent, Usos Unified Tag Team Championships, defeating RK Bro. Orton feels like the Usos take some joy. Yeah, we can see it. Willard Rally Sport Rally. How are you?
Hey, welcome.
Good to see you again, my friend. How are you there? Kasparov, the God of War. Not enough. I see it. I feel it. All right, that's it for us, folks. We are going to go watch Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
We got some things we gotta look into. We're going to try to do some more lives because we see the interaction, we see the engagement. Every time we go live, I always tell her, nobody's showing up. Nobody cares about us. Nobody wants to see us. But you guys always show up. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful and I'm humbled.
I never doubt.
I'm honestly always humbled by everybody.
I'm humbled, but I never doubt.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy Snow. And you guys give us some of the 411 too, because we don't know everything. We see,
there's times
we hear
you guys
stuff.
tell us stuff we don't know. So
we don't know what's happening. Doing reactions the way that we do, because we get a little assistance, because we don't want spoilers. So it kind of puts us behind the 8 ball a little bit because we don't see the full, like the whole thread. We just see moments in time with reactions, and then we kind of go back and fill in this pieces. So if we say something in our recap after the actual reaction that, well, this happened afterwards, or this happened before, that's the reason why. We always react cold.
Yeah, because we're trying to have a fresh reaction.
Yeah.
But we have to start leaning more towards lives and away from reactions, just because YouTube is the editing to try and get it through without YouTube blocking it.
Yep.
It's just a lot. And so as you saw this week, stuff's getting delayed. So we'll be doing less reactions, but more lives so we can interact with you guys, because that's what's more important anyway.
Thank you, Jimmy Snow. You are awesome as well. Mr. Throwing 90, thank you for subscribing. We've got a lot more content for you. And we got all kinds of stuff that you can look at in our video catalog. And if Chris Masters decides to come back, hey, I'm all for it. If we've seen people who we thought would never, ever be back in pro wrestling.
True.
And they are. And we are the ones. So that is it for us. Thank you guys. Really, legitimately, for talking to us about how you feel about Sasha and Naomi. I think the takeaway here is Put some respect on the name.
Put some respect on the name.
Treat them with respect
Yeah.
that they deserve, that they've earned. And you won't have them walking out on your show.
Yeah.
And you'll have some fire matches. Is that so hard, Vince?
Is it?
Oh,
Is
no.
it? Is it?
Dang. All right. Calm down. Calm down. All right. That is it for A and B Combos.
Wrestling edition.
And once again, thank you for all the love and support you've shown her during her recovery from surgery. She is still not 100%, but she is a lot better than she was. And for Bone Crusher, she was not well.
She was not well.
Not well.
But she is on her way.
But she is much, much better.
Much better.
She thanks you for the love and support as well. Thank you all. We appreciate you all. We love you all. Have a good night.
Have a good night.